everybody, and welcome back to the Bourbon Bar. I am Holden.
And I'm Casey.
And this is going to be a review of the Growlerwerks UKeg. This one is the 128 ounce UKeg, and basically this is a possible new sponsorship for us, an upcoming sponsorship for us. We're just going to review it here today, and then if all goes well, might have a coupon code or a discount or some kind of link for you guys to follow in the future.
We like beer, and I mean, people that drink bourbon, I mean, you probably like beer too.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of you guys out there that you're bourbon fans and you want to dwell in the beer world too. And honestly, I know plenty of people who pour a bourbon and a beer at the same time.
That's yeah, true.
One of each, one for sipping, one for I don't know, chugging, I guess. But
and like, look how pretty this thing.
This thing looks so cool. Now,
I've seen it for the first time today.
Yeah, they have multiple options of this. They have less fancy versions. They have stuff that actually, same cap and design that you can just put in kind of like a camper type bottle, and you can just put it in your duffel bag and bring it somewhere for like camping and stuff. But for the purpose of the Bourbon Bar, this is perfect. It's scenic. It's awesome. Mm-hmm. This tap handle comes out. So basically, how this works, guys, I guess I should get into that. This is like a normal growler that you can go to the brewery, fill up. This one is 128 ounces, whereas a typical growler is closer to 64. So this is, what is that? That's 8 pints of beer, right? 16 ounces is a pint, so 128 ounces, something like that. It's close to 8 beers.
Yeah, because 64 divided by 4 is 16.
Yeah, so 8 beers that you get out of this, which... Eight pints of beer.
Yeah, if you drink a pint at a time, I mean...
Yeah, if you drink it like a 12 ounce, like a normal bottle of beer, it's closer to like 12 bottles of beer or something. The math is close like that, I don't know for sure. But basically, there's a decent amount of beer in here, okay?
Oh, yeah.
And in this cap here, it's got a CO2 cartridge that pressurizes this and stores it so that the beer stays fresh and nice. And it's got a tap handle here that you can pour basically beer off the tap from home. So, when you go somewhere and you want to bring beer home, but you don't want to drink an entire growler in one sitting,
right,
you can put this in the fridge. It supposedly lasts about 2 weeks, the freshness of this, according to the website. So, we're going to be doing a couple videos on this. We're going to have it now, and then we're going to store it for a little bit, and 2 weeks later, we're going to try it again. We're just going to be doing a lot of different comparisons. So, lots of content on this.
Hey, it looks like a great product, and I've seen quite a few of these, and I haven't seen one that looks this nice. So.
Yeah, this is very, very cool looking. So it does have a lock mechanism on the tap handle here, so you just gotta unlock it, and then yeah, I guess I'll pour the first beer here.
Let's get some beer in the glass here. Ooh, it's almost like we're at the brewery.
Yeah, very foamy. Lots of head.
It's gonna calm down.
It is already calming down. So the beer that we got in here today is
look at that.
Yeah, it was. I had the first tap, but the beer that we're having today is the Widowmaker from a place called Keweenaw up in Houghton, Michigan, in the UP, the Upper Peninsula.
It's a black ale. It is super good.
Yes, it's one of our favorites.
It's not. It's almost like a stout flavor profile, but it's not as heavy. So for people that like body and like robust beers, I'd say this is probably.
Absolutely. One really cool part about this is that the top here is adjustable. So like if it's, see we have this head, like if I could turn it down, maybe if it was too foamy or if it was one that like, I don't know, like a stout, you don't want it to be like super bubbly, I guess, or carbonated.
Yeah.
But if you have like a lager or some kind of like lighter beer like that, something like a Busch or, you know,
like a summer shanty or like...
Then you can crank that up a little bit and get more in it.
And I wonder if people can put like nitro stouts and stuff in here?
They actually, so yeah, I'm pretty sure you can, but I know that they also sell like
specific
nitro and coffee.
Oh.
They have cold brew coffee ones that make nitro coffee. Nitro cold brew coffee.
That's awesome.
Or well, you make the nitro cold brew coffee and you store it in this, and then it stays fresh for like however long.
That's awesome.
Lots of cool stuff. Like I said, after this review, we're gonna work some stuff out, possibly get a discount code and some links, depending on what they have to offer. I'm not sure. They just reached out about affiliates, or I reached out, and yeah. So let's go ahead and review this beer here.
It's just not bad anytime, any day of the week.
First of all, the beer is awesome. Great beer. But one thing that we should talk about is the fact that it tastes like
a tap beer.
A tap beer.
It really does.
The crispness, the flavor, everything about this tastes like we're still at the brewery.
Yeah. It really does. It's not like I just poured a can in the glass. There's a difference there. For sure. This is 100% what it usually tastes. I mean, I've drank a fair enough of Widowmaker out of tap, and this is exactly what it tastes like. Exactly.
And now we are going to be doing lots of different experiments on this, so guys, make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But one experiment that we're doing is, like I said, the longevity of it. Granted, we filled this up about 30 minutes to an hour ago, so it's still, the beer's nice and cold in it. It's still somewhat fresh. But as time goes on, we're going to be testing the freshness of this. I'll also be doing this 3 days from now on the live stream. I'll be opening up again.
It also comes with a dust cover bag kind of a thing.
Yep, it has a dust cover.
If you don't use it for a while and you don't want it to get all dusty, just throw it in the bag.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's very nice and insulated, so it stays cold a long time. That's another test that we'll be doing. But otherwise, you can just put this whole thing in the fridge to keep it cold. So, like, after we're done drinking here, you can just pop it right in the fridge, keep it in the fridge for a week, take it back out a week later. Let's say a really good example for a use for this. Packer games. I mean, obviously, not everyone watching is going to be a Packer fan, but football, sports teams, yeah. We, in Wisconsin, have lots of Packer parties. Basically, every week there's a Packer party to go to. So, let's say you're having people over, having company over, you're grilling out. Bring this to your local brewery, fill it up, and then have a day. Just beer off the tap for everyone who's there. And if you don't drink all of it, put it in the fridge and have it again next week. Mm-hmm. It's dummy proof.
What I'm excited for is, like, we go to south of where we live here, and they have a ton of more breweries, and we always like love the beers down there, and we always can like never get them in cans or bring them back home, and like this will keep it fresh.
Yeah, that's honestly the biggest problem with. There's two ways you can get it depending on if the brewery offers it. Yep. You can get it in a Growler, which is a large can, like a can this big.
Like a 32-ounce can.
Yeah, and then it's still carbonated and it keeps until you open it, and then obviously you drink it. The other option is the Growler with a G, and that one is...
It only lasts about a week.
It lasts about a week, if that. But also after you open it, it doesn't last. Like, it loses all of its... Yeah. You know, imagine pouring a beer in a glass and then putting it in the fridge and drinking it the next day. That's what it's like after you open a Growler. But this is supposed to keep for the entirety of the time. So, like I said, we're going to be doing that. Another cool feature of this is that this in particular one has a sight glass here to show you how much beer is in it. I think, something like that. It also has a PSI pressure gauge down here. So, it is very nice, I suppose.
And it just takes those little CO2 cartridges, right?
Yep, they come with food grade CO2. You gotta make sure it's food grade. But the gist of it is actually super simple. I'd pull it off and show you, but it's pressurized, so I'm not gonna do that. But you pull it off, and there's just, this cap actually has a canister holder on it. You unscrew that, throw the CO2 in, just screw it in, and then voila. You screw this on and set it to whatever setting you want for as much fizz and foam as you want, I suppose. And that's it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty badass too, just sit on the shelf, so.
Yeah, and you guys know we are the Bourbon Bar. We do have, a lot of stuff on display, and even though this is a temporary bar scenario, when we get the basement bar finished, this will be a wonderful piece to have on the bar mat at the end of the bar. So when you have company over, we always have basically a tap, or a keg that you can have beer in. So that's super cool. But yeah, guys, I honestly think this is going to be a great product and an even more wonderful partnership. I think it's going to go really well with the Bourbon Bar.
I agree.
So as of right now, there are no discount codes or links from that nature for the Bourbon Bar affiliate codes. But I will go ahead and post a link to their website down in the description so you guys can check it out. And then the next time I put out a video, hopefully it'll probably have some kind of discount code or something like that. Now they did send this to us, but it will be only honest reviews here. as we're not quite affiliates yet. Because we wanted to make sure that it was the product that we wanted for you guys. We didn't want to lie to you. We wanted an honest review, which is what this is. And I really think this is going to be awesome. So
I would agree with that statement.
yeah, and like I said, there's going to be a lot of videos coming out on all aspects of this, so you guys will really have proof of whether or not this does or doesn't do what it says it does.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like it comes apart fairly easy.
Yes, it comes.
Looks like it screws off.
Yep.
Screws off.
It comes with a specialty tool that has the right size for all of these different fittings, so that if you wanted to wash everything out, you can take them all apart and wash it out when you're done using it. I did wash it out when I got it, and I didn't wash out the innards. But honestly, I think the best way that I would probably do it in the future is I'd take the cap off, throw some soapy water in there, swish it around, and then just dump it out. You're pouring beer in there repeatedly, and maybe if you were in a store for a while, I'd take this apart and
yeah, I would probably take that apart and maybe like
and clean it out. Yeah,
like a little brush or something that's bendable to get it in there and kind of clean it out, because I know a beer sitting for a while on a shelf doesn't go very well.
Yeah, but if you're gonna drink it, then even if it's sitting for a month, like that's not really gonna. No. I mean, you have beer that sits on the shelf in the store for a month, right? So that stuff's still good to drink. I don't know, but yeah, it's honestly I think a really great product. Super cool. Definitely is a head turner when you bring it to a brewery and people see it. They're like, "What the hell is that?" But very cool product here from Growlerwerks. This is called the UKeg. Now, like I said, they also have smaller versions. This is a 128. They also have it in a 64. And they also have it in travel sizes where it doesn't have all this extra breakable stuff on it. And then they also have, I'm pretty sure, stuff for nitro cold brew coffee, which is even cooler.
Might have to check that out.
Yeah, and the price of this, I forgot the price. I'm pretty sure this is right around like for this large one, 128 ounces, about the $250 mark. Don't quote me on that. Definitely click the link and check out for yourself. But if I'm not mistaken, it's right around like $250, which is totally reasonable. Like for like what you're getting
for a travel keg that you could tap your own beer with.
Oh my gosh!
If you like craft beer as much as we do, this is you don't need anything more.
Yeah.
Like seriously, you don't need.
I don't know.
I wouldn't even screw with a growler again if I could just buy this every time.
I know. I never need one again. And then the other thing is for that price too. If you're really having a party, buy like 2-3 of these. Get a couple different kind of beers at the brewery, and just have a day. You just put them out. You have company. Go nuts. I don't know.
Heck yeah. Well, anyways, this is a great product, and we'll have the link down in the description for you. And I guess you guys should check this out.
Absolutely. So, guys. Thank you again so much for watching. If you guys like this video, hit the like button. Let us know if you've had any Growlerwerks products or UKegs or whatever you have. I'd like to hear your guys' opinions. And yeah, this stuff I just think is super cool. So I honestly, like, look at it. Would you just look at it? Like, it's awesome.
It is pretty
yeah, leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We'll see you all in the next class. Cheers.